There are quite a few lessons I have learned in the last decade that I wish I had known from the start. It would have saved me so much time, energy, frustration, tears, and even money. And while I absolutely believe the Lord used every one of my trial and error, reroutes, and detours to lead me to where I am today, I also believe that my lived experience and testimony can help someone along their journey. So here I am sharing.
Do you struggle to stay consistent with healthy eating and just want food decisions to be easy, guilt-free, and sustainable? You're in the right place. Hi, I'm Chelsea, nutritionist and fitness coach who overcame restrictive yo-yo dieting and body image insecurities using simple nutrition tools, all backed by biblical principles. And now I help women like you find that same freedom with food so you can feel confident in the look and health of your body for decades to come. I'm ready to dive in with you. So grab that cute notebook you've been hanging on to and let's go.
I vividly remember the moment I decided to focus on my diet. My clothes weren't fitting anymore. I hated how I looked in pictures, but the final straw was when my friend asked me to do a 5K fun run with her, and I lied to get out of it. I told her I had plans that day already, but really, I was just afraid I couldn't run a mile without stopping, much less 3. And I was too embarrassed to admit it. So I started trying different diets over the years, only to be left completely confused about what is actually healthy and constantly overthinking what I ate. It wasn't until I stopped counting and tracking and dieting altogether that I realized having the body you desire doesn't require starving yourself of everything you like or being a slave to strict rules. So now I want to help you take control of your nutrition without diets too. Join me in The Sustainable Way, my one-on-one nutrition coaching program developed from the wisdom I gleaned through battling diet culture, which ultimately led me to freedom with food. Head to coachrain.com/nutrition coaching to learn more about The Sustainable Way, to ask me any questions, and even get started today. That's coachreign.com/nutrition coaching. And now, welcome to Nutrition for Christian Women. I have been in the health and fitness industry for over 10 years now, which is wild to think about because I still think of myself as no older than 22. But in reflecting on my time both as a health and fitness professional who coaches others and a simple woman who just wants to be healthy and have a body she feels confident in, there are quite a few lessons I have learned in the last decade that I wish I had known from the start. It would have saved me so much time, energy, frustration, tears, and even money. And while I absolutely believe the Lord used every one of my trial and error, reroutes, and detours to lead me to where I am today, I also believe that my lived experience and testimony can help someone along their journey. So here I am sharing. These are 7 of the most pivotal lessons I have learned since starting my health journey in 2013. Number 1, eating less leads to binges and guilt. Focusing on quality makes food a fun scavenger hunt. I know it feels counterintuitive at first. After all, we have been told for a few generations now that calories in, calories out is the path to weight loss. And while that may be true on a very surface level approach, it's often put into practice in extreme ways, which does lead to binges, which leads to guilt, and that is just not a healthy relationship with food or our bodies. Not to mention, every body burns calories differently. We all have our own mileage rate. So simply being in a caloric deficit doesn't fix everything. That's why I focus on ingredient quality. Rather than focusing on depriving yourself of food, fix your mind on finding the best possible ingredients packed with the most nutrients. It's a positive mindset shift that can become a personal game if you let it, and the results are far better with this approach. Number 2, you can't exercise your way out of food ignorance. The more common phrase here is, you can't exercise your way out of a bad diet, but I actually prefer food ignorance because bad diets are just the offspring of food ignorance. And I've seen plenty of people eat food they know is quote unquote bad, but somehow justify it and eat it anyway. In my own life, and what I work with my nutrition clients on, is understanding exactly why something is considered bad or unhealthy. Having the specifics helps convict us when faced with temptation. For example, most of us know that energy drinks are inherently not the greatest for us. Yet it is a multi-million-dollar industry, and I see so many people nursing them at the gym, while at work, during sporting events. I believe if they knew that many energy drinks have ingredients also used in pesticides like rodent poison, petroleum engine fuel, and are banned in most other countries because they are linked to heart attacks, insomnia, anxiety, tachycardia, to name a few. That knowledge may be enough reason to think twice before cracking open another one. Knowledge is powerful. And then, if you are fueling your body with pro-inflammatory, toxic ingredient fake foods, it doesn't matter how much weight you lift, how many miles you run, how long you spend on the elliptical, it will never negate the inflammation and, honestly, lack of ingredients happening within. It may have worked when you were younger, but the older we get, the more our outsides reflect what's going on inside. You can't out-exercise an internal dumpster fire. Number 3, it is totally possible to get lean without tracking macros, counting calories, or feeling ultra restricted. This one took me forever to learn for myself, and it took a massive amount of faith to let go of that mindset. I had gotten results from the obsessive tracking and counting of all my food, but it did take a toll on my quality of life. And eventually, I got to the point where the Lord knocked on my heart and told me to eat intuitively, without being a slave to the food scale and tracking apps. Sure, those can be helpful for a time, but they had become an idol for me. And I've seen that happen with women I've coached as well. Once I surrendered that and tried to get and stay lean without all the rigidity, God showed me not only that it's possible, but exceptionally freeing. And that's what I've based my entire coaching process around. Number 4, no one is watching you at the gym because they're too busy looking at themselves. I promise. No one remembers what clothes you wore yesterday. No one cares about the weight you're lifting. No one cares how much you weigh. No one thinks more or less of you based on your current state of fitness. The only thing that will really break their attention off of themselves and onto you is if you cause a scene, like yelling, being rude, using terrible form. So just put your headphones on, stay focused on your workout, be polite, clean up after yourself, but then I promise you will escape unjudged. And if you are remembering what people wear or what they lifted or any of that, then you are probably spending too much time resting and, frankly, not working hard enough in the gym. Number 5, nothing beats the confidence you can have when you feel in control of your diet and discover more of what your body can do. My first motto at the very beginning of my health journey was, you are more capable than you know. You see, I didn't want to just look skinny. I wanted to be strong. I wanted to discover what this incredible body God gave me to do life in could do. And I wanted to steward it as best I could. Along the way, it became abundantly clear that optimal fitness is closely linked to optimal nutrition, and peace of mind comes with control of your diet. Confidence in your body and your ability to care for it is the result of both. And I can't stress enough how that confidence permeates through the rest of your life. How you show up to your job, how you parent, how you serve, how you are as a spouse. All of that starts with taking control of your nutrition so you can unlock the doors to everything your body was made to do. Number 6, dieting the world's way leaves you confused and frustrated. Eating God's way brings freedom. This is kind of an extension of lesson number 3, where I learned it's possible to get lean without tracking every morsel of food you eat, but it took a bit longer for me to really tie in the biblical perspective. As it turns out, the more old-fashioned we approach health and fitness, the easier and more effective health and fitness becomes. Let me explain it this way. The world boasts of diet pills, juice cleanses, supplement protocols, and even surgery to change your physique. But the Lord lays out in the Bible a very clear prescription of food to eat that, when followed, will lead to health. You can learn more about that concept in my book, The Guide to Eating Biblically in a Modern World, which you can snag a copy of on my website, coachrain.com/book. But point here being, if they didn't eat it or they didn't do it 2,000 years ago, you probably don't need to be eating it or doing it now. And number 7, what works for your sister, your work bestie, and even your mom may not work for you. Here's the thing. Basic nutritional principles can be applied to everyone. Those are the pillars I coach my clients, like defining real versus fake food and how to construct a diamond meal. That's the stuff we all can benefit from, but customization is key. Because, as I said earlier, we all have different mileage rates, so to speak. For women, our menstrual cycles vary from woman to woman. Hormone levels play an extremely important role in body composition. Stress levels, sleep quality, genetic predisposition. This is an important lesson to keep you sane. Comparison is the thief of all joy. So when you do the exact same thing as someone else who got crazy, wild, awesome results, and it just doesn't work for you quite the same way, remember that there are infinite variables to blame, not yourself. This is also why it's crucial to have a coach walk alongside you and navigate the journey with personalization. Finding what works for you is the key to long-term success with your health, especially your fitness and nutrition. I can't tell you how amazing it is to have an outside person looking in who's probably seen the struggle before and has a quick solution or fix to it or understands what's going on, versus getting frustrated, doing a deep dive internet search, only to be left more confused. If you are looking for that guidance and expertise with your nutrition, I encourage you to join me in The Sustainable Way, my one-on-one nutrition coaching program, where you get all the tools you need to understand what your body needs. You get personalized strategies to keep you consistent for the rest of your life, and a real person to ask all your, well, what about this? Questions too. Simply head to coachrain.com/nutrition coaching to get even more details on what nutrition coaching looks like, to ask me questions directly, and even get enrolled today. Alrighty, just to review, the 7 best lessons I have learned in my 10 plus years in the health and fitness industry are: number 1, eating less leads to binges and guilt. Focusing on quality makes it a fun scavenger hunt. Number 2, you can't exercise your way out of food ignorance. Number 3, it is totally possible to get lean without tracking macros, counting calories, or feeling ultra restricted. 4, no one is watching you at the gym because they're too busy looking at themselves. I promise. Number 5, nothing beats the confidence you can have when you feel in control of your diet and discover more of what your body can do. 6, dieting the world's way leaves you confused and frustrated. Eating God's way brings freedom. And number 7, what works for someone else may not work for you. Principles can be applied to everyone, but customization is key. I hope my lived experience and wisdom can save you some time, tears, and even dollars. Join me in the sustainable way for the last diet you will ever need, because it's not a diet, it's a forever lifestyle. Start by heading to coachrain.com/nutrition coaching, and I can hardly wait to coach you too.
I pray this episode was helpful to you, my friend. If so, could you do me a massive favor and take 30 seconds to write a review? This is the best way to bless me big and help more people learn just how simple eating healthy consistently can be. And if you want more value-packed info from me, head to coachrain.com and sign up for the Weekly Harvest, my weekly emails filled with recipes, how to use food as medicine, biblical nutrition, and more. That's coachreign.com for the Weekly Harvest. Blessings until next time, sis. Toodles.